Hey Flosstube, it's Taryn. Welcome back, or welcome if it's your first time watching. I hope everybody had a great stitchy week. This is about my 10th time trying to get this video recorded. I usually record my videos in the morning while everybody's still asleep, and this morning I just didn't feel like getting out of bed, so I put it off, and I keep needing to pause what I'm doing, and I accidentally keep hitting the stop button, and because I just take mine from this tablet and load it straight to YouTube, I don't do editing to mix stuff together, so if I don't hit pause, then I have to start over. So yay. Anyway, I hope everybody's had a great stitchy week. I have not. I've been completely stressed this week, and I have been fighting a sinus infection, so haven't really cared enough, I guess, to just push through. By the time I get home from work in the evenings and cook dinner, I don't really want to do anything, and sometimes this week cooking dinner has just meant warming up whatever we had last night. The sinus infection that I'm trying not to have is my own fault. On the 4th of July, I was going to grill hamburgers, and I did not burn the food. The food burned. I mean, like, it was on fire. Then I put the burgers on the grill, and I got sidetracked, like I generally do. And my husband said, "Do you need to flip the burgers? That looks like a lot of smoke." Oh my gosh, you can't even imagine how much smoke. When I got to the grill, flames were coming out the sides of it. I lifted the lid, and the patties were on fire. There wasn't fire from the grill coming up around them. They were actually on fire. Like when I took the spatula and lifted it up, the fire came with me. It was horrible. But the smoke irritates my sinuses to no end, so it's my own fault, but what are you going to do besides burn dinner? Stressed out. Our daughter Abigail left on Tuesday to go to Canada for the rest of the month to stay with her boyfriend and his family. Putting her on a plane to fly across the country, well, to another country, having to change planes, having to go through customs, all of that by herself for the first time, was just nerve-wracking. It has been horrible for me. Just letting your kids grow up stuff is hard. It is hard stuff. Kirsten left this morning. Her and a friend drove to Abilene for a few days to stay with her friend's grandmother. And that's about 3 or 4 hours away. So that, again, is tough to do. And Addison leaves in the morning to go to the FFA state convention for a week in downtown Dallas. And as if that's not hard enough, in light of what's recently gone on in Dallas, it's terrifying. But what do you do? What do you do? So maybe I've been a bear this week. I didn't think I had been, but maybe I have. Last night my husband told me to turn the alarm off. I get up at 5 every morning to just try to keep myself on a routine, to just try to keep things even, because I used to have a lot of trouble falling to sleep. And so I try to get my sleep schedule more regulated so that that isn't a problem. But he told me last night not to set my alarm and to sleep in because I needed the rest. I don't know if he was doing it out of love and concern for my well-being, or if he was doing it out of self-preservation and concern for his own well-being. I don't think I've been that ugly, but maybe I have. Anyway, I tried this morning, but it really didn't work that well. So anyway, I didn't get a lot of stitching done. I just didn't feel like it. That just really is what it boils down to, I guess. And since I'm sitting here in my bed, which I apologize for this probably being shaky, but here, I'll show you why I'm sitting in my bed. Because can we get them every night? There we go. Every night she brings them to me. I don't know why. I don't know why. If I'm in the kitchen, she's tried bringing them to me in the kitchen when I'm cooking. But if I'll sit in bed, she'll lay here with me and the kittens. Sometimes she goes off and just leaves me here with the kittens. But anyway, they are as cute as can be. They are 3 weeks old today. I think we have 3 boys and 1 girl. There are three little black kittens and 1 gray one. So they're sweet, and they're just learning to play, so that is so funny. But since I was sitting here in my bed, I thought, oh hey, I will a couple of weeks ago, maybe it was last week, maybe it was 2 weeks ago, I don't know. I showed y'all the other pillowcase that I had embroidered on, and since I was sitting here, I'm like, oh hey, there's those other pillows that I did. Pillowcases. First of all, can you see this pillow? Look at this. Look how big that pillow is. My husband is not allowed to watch unsupervised late night TV. If I could get rid of the infomercial channels on our TV, I would. I would block them all so that he couldn't see them, because he orders stuff. He's got to be accompanied by an adult, I guess. I don't know. Sorry, one of the kittens is trying to crawl off the bed. Anyway, he bought these giant pillows on TV on an infomercial, and I don't even know what exactly kind they are. They're one of those, oh, it's the perfect TV. Sorry, I had to pause it. Hey, I remembered pause and not stop it. Anyway, they're supposed to be the perfect pillow, and he bought 2 of them, and it didn't even take me 5 minutes to know that I hated mine. They're giant, and they're lumpy, and I think they're supposed to stay cool. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. They're too lumpy. As it is, because he sleeps on his, because it's so giant, he bangs me in the head with it all the time at night. So it just drives me crazy. Anyway, I had seen these pillowcases that I wanted to do, and I'd bought the red pillowcases, but I hadn't decided on how I was going to insert the panel. Actually, I knew how I'd insert the panel. I didn't know how I was going to finish off the edge, and while I was trying to decide that and running different things through in my head, he bought these giant pillows. So the pillowcases I had wouldn't fit. So when I cut the pillowcase, I left the edging just like it was at the end of the pillowcase. I cut that off. I sewed in my strip, and then just sewed that back in so that it made it the right length. Anyway, his pillow says, "You too." My pillow says, "I love you." And one of these days, I think I want to redo it with, this is just my ugly printing. I'd like to redo it with a nice, I'm going to put it on top of the kittens. I'd like to redo it with a nice flowy script kind of thing, I think. Anyway, so there's something that I've done. On to the cross stitching that I didn't do, I guess, really. My O Canada piece, I spent about 5 seconds working on it. And I know it's my own fault. I know it is, because I made up the list with the 14 days, and if I just did this much each day, then I could get it done in these 14 days. And I know better than that. That is like the kiss of death with me. I want to be a list person. I want to be an organized person. I really, really do. But I can't do it. I just don't. If I make the list, I'm going to do anything on it. I don't even want to be bothered. And I should know better. But I made the list, and now I don't want to work on it. So I'm kind of having to force myself right now. Hopefully I can get past that and get on with it and get it done, because I am so close. Sorry, I had to pause again. This is when I do it in the morning while everybody's asleep. Anyway, this is where I am. I think since last time that I've added the A and the water here and the fish. The fish is not finished yet. But I don't know, the A may have been there last time. I may have been super sucky and only done this. I don't know. I'm gonna have to push through this. I need to have it finished by the end of the month when we go to meet all these people. That's when I'm giving it to her, so. Anyway, the kittens are awake now and moving around. And then I finished, if you'll remember from last week, the very impressive piece that I had started, that I got so much done. The patterns from glorybeestitch.com, glorybeestitch.com. I finished it. I have a finish. Here it is. It is a free pattern at her site. If you'll see the little stripes, the red and the white, she has the option to do those as regular or the way that I did them here. She has instructions for both ways. And these are 3 tall. Each cross is 3 tall, but only 1 wide. So you cut her 3 stitches tall and 1 stitch wide. I decided to do it that way because I like the way it looks. I think it's kind of a neat effect, the way it looks. But it also makes it go faster if you do it like that. But I thought it turned out cute. I was in town earlier today, and I thought I was going to get to show you an FFO. I was looking at frames, but then I couldn't remember if it was 4 by 4 inches or 4.5 by 4.5. So that makes it a lot harder to buy a frame. So there you go. It's not framed. And that's all the stitching that I've got done. I did not start the Ronald McDonald house, mostly because I know if I start it, I'm going to want to work on it, and I have got to get the O Canada piece done. But because I finished this one, that means that I did not break my own self-imposed rule and by starting something without finishing. So on this, I'm still good. The whole shopping thing, not so much. And I've been meaning to show y'all this for a few weeks. It's been a few weeks since I bought it. you know, my wood hoop broke, and I've been using another hoop, plastic hoop. It's a kind that has the little ledge on it here, you know, and it's fine, but it's a 4-inch hoop, I think, and I really like a 5-inch hoop. And the wood hoops now, that's why I liked my ancient one, because it didn't move. The wood ones now are so flimsy, and I saw one that I think probably isn't flimsy, but it's like a $10 hoop, and this was like $2, and I'm cheap that way. But anyway, I bought it just because they happen to have a 5-inch hoop in Hobby Lobby, and 5 inches is what I really like, and they seem to be hard to find. I don't know if everybody loves them or nobody likes them, so they don't buy them. But when I got home and took it apart, I saw this. It's got a little ridge in the middle, and then this piece, you can see it's got a groove for that to fit down in. So when you put your fabric over there and you push this down on there and pull your fabric tight and then screw this down, it stays. It doesn't move. It's been really, really good. So if you like to use a hoop, I prefer a hoop, and I like a 5-inch hoop because I like the way my hand fits on it. I can reach across and everything. I've also got the hoops that I've seen, you know, the tension where you squeeze the little metal thing, and then when you let it go, it pulls everything tight. And I like that one okay, except for I always get my thread looped around the little handles. And it doesn't matter if I put it on top or bottom, I can do that. Either way, I can manage to tangle it up, so those drive me crazy when I use them. There's nothing wrong with them. It is absolutely operator error. I know that. But so far I've really liked this one. So if you like hoops, you might want to try that if you have problems getting attention you like on other stuff. I think that's all. I think that's all I've got. I don't have any haul to show, simply because it has not arrived. I didn't not buy anything. I ordered, but it just hasn't arrived yet. So I'm looking to make sure that's it. It is it. And I don't want anybody to be jealous or anything, but now that I'm done with this, I get to watch some IRS tax resolution videos. I know it sounds like a big time for Saturday night, but, you know, not everybody can live the high life. Some of us. That is reserved for only a few of us. So, but the good thing is that it's tax stuff. So, I'm going to be stitching while I do it. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So, y'all have a great week, and I hope you have a very great stitchy week. I hope that I have a much better stitchy week. I'm going to hoop up my O Canada piece, and that's what I'm going to work on while I'm watching my videos. And I'm feeling really, really certain that the videos are not going to distract me and keep me from getting my cross stitch done. So, y'all have a good week, and I appreciate you watching. I appreciate the likes and the comments, and I hope to see you back next week. Thanks, everybody.